What is up, everyone? My name is Jack Suffle, back again with another video, and welcome to a different setup for my Raw review. It is January 11th, 2016, the 23rd anniversary of Monday Night Raw. And yeah, let's not muck about. Before I get into the review though, I want to do this kind of new format where I just talk to my computer instead of setting up, a bloody desk and all that shit, and just talk to the computer, and have like a match from 2K16 playing in the background while I'm talking, so you guys don't get bored of just me talking. So yeah, anyway, let's get straight into it. So we opened up the show with the entire roster just on the fucking stage, and the McMahons came out, and they cut a bunch of bullshit about the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns said it came out, and they talked about how it's going to be one versus all and all that shit, and how I think it was Vince or Stephanie, one of those two, made the main event for tonight a one versus all match where Roman has to face off against the majority of the roster. So I thought, that's alright, it's an interesting way, I guess. But then again, I got thinking to myself, wait, if they're going to get all of the, I'm guessing, mid-carders out there to face Roman Reigns in a time when we need, where we need new stars to come up and fight for those spots, because there's so many guys out right now, Cena, Orton, Rollins, a whole lot. We need to build new stars, and you think to yourself, well, if you're going to feed all these mid-carders to Roman, that's not really a good way to do that. But anyway, what do I know? I'm just a wrestling fan, as Deluxe fan would always say. And he also announced that his buddy Dean Ambrose will be in action against Sheamus, and when they had everyone on the stage, Ambrose was like, yeah, alright, bring it on. And then Sheamus just from out of nowhere just came up and attacked him. So yeah, they kind of set up that match, and for an opening contest, it was not really that interesting. Nothing that really, caught my eye or just made me go, holy shit, crazy kind of thing. But it served its purpose for what it did, and I believe Kevin Owens came in. It was a DQ finish, and Ambrose may have chased him out of the arena, whatever. And then backstage we had Renee Young chatting to Ambrose, and Ambrose pretty much said, do you feel my pulse, Renee? I'm going to go after Owens and find him. So I thought, oh, maybe a little chase between Ambrose and Owens, but we didn't get that. It was all good. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened there. Next match we had Titus O'Neil versus Ziggy Stardust, well, just Stardust, but he had the David Bowie Ziggy Stardust face paint on, which I thought was really cool. This was a meh match, nothing really spectacular. I believe Stardust picked up the win here, and yeah, it was exactly what you expect it to be. Next up, we had the Chris Jericho segment, talking about the New Day on the highlight reel. And I was very disappointed by the segment. I thought Jericho could be really funny, but he kept shoving that Rudy Tooty Booty stuff down our throat, and I thought, well, it's not really that good, I expect a lot better from Jericho. New Day were quite entertaining though, and I think the Usos came out afterwards to kind of even the odds, and they were all like, whoa, 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 which I thought was quite funny. But besides that, it was a pretty bland segment. I expected a lot better from it. But anyway, that all led up to a tag team match. The Usos versus Big E and Kofi Kingston. Jericho kind of set it up. Jericho will be on the Usos corner, and Xavier would be in New Day's corner. You get the whole idea. Alright, tag team match, but there was one bit in particular where I believe Xavier Woods had the trombone out, and he was, playing the trombone and all that, and then when he goes up to Jericho, he's just like, he just moves the fucking trombone out. Jericho grabs it and just smashes it, and it was quite an emotional moment, I got a bit teary-eyed during that. The trombone has had some incredible moments in WWE, and it's a real shame that we're going to see it gone, man. It It really sucks. So yeah, Trombone, if you're out there, rest in peace, my friend. You will be sorely missed. And yeah, the Usos won that match, and yeah, it was alright, I guess. So yeah, that's what happened there. And we also found out, this news kind of broke during the day, that Sting will be entering the 2016 WWE Hall of Fame. Very well deserved. One of the biggest legends in WCW history. Of course, he did some great stuff with Ric Flair and a whole bunch of legends in the early 90s. And then during the Monday Night Wars, he transformed into Crow Sting to take out the NWO and all that. And then when WCW folded, he joined TNA for a little bit, and of course WWE didn't mention TNA for obvious reasons. And he came to WWE and did his thing there, and he's been alright. So yeah, Sting, extremely well deserved, one of the best of all time. And yeah, I'm really happy to see him finally get a spot in a proper Hall of Fame, not the TNA Hall of Fame, whatever the fuck that was. And yeah, congratulations to Sting. Yeah, so Wyatt family was in the ring getting ready for a match, and the Social Outcasts come out, which is the modern day version of the Job Squad, and they say, "We're gonna take you down, baby." That was Heath Slater or whatever. And they all get there and they have a match, and Wyatt's are like, really bitch, and they just beat the shit out of them most of the time until Ryback came out. I didn't even know if Ryback was having a feud with the Wyatt. Well, they did take him out last week, so I guess so. And they all like fuck off, and the Social Outcasts are suddenly faces now. And yeah, they team up with Ryback. So yeah, I guess that's interesting. I think this is all just a ploy to get the Royal Rumble some speed, which is alright. So yeah, I didn't even know if the match was official. I don't think so. And yeah, it's interesting to see what the Social Outcasts are going to do. I hope they do very well. All four of those guys can be very entertaining. Heath Slater, the whole one-man band thing. Bo Dallas with his whole Bo Leave gimmick. Got Adam Rose, who I know can be good. I know he hasn't had a good track record, but you know, if you give him the right character, he could do pretty well. And who's the other guy? Yeah, Curtis Axel. He could be very good as well. So yeah, I hope the Social Outcasts do well this year. Hope they get over with the crowd, and it'll be interesting to see how their characters progress. Next up, we have a match between Charlotte versus Brie Bella, or Brie Mode. Oh, fucking the worst theme song ever, or just the worst theme song opening ever. It's just, it's so bad. But anyway, they're gonna get ready for their match. Charlotte enters the ring, and then Becky Lynch just beats the shit out of Charlotte, because she's, well, obviously she's pissed off at her for turning her back on her last week or the week before, and so this is kind of her revenge to get back at her. And afterwards, Becky cuts her promo, and a really damn good one. Now she's going to get back at Charlotte, and they're probably going to have a Divas title match at the Royal Rumble. I'm really liking this feud between these two divas. They are both fantastic in-ring workers. Becky Lynch is starting to become probably my new favourite diva right now. So yeah, whatever you're doing, WWE, with this feud, keep doing it. And next up, we had Kalisto versus Alberto Del Rio for the United States Championship. And yeah, at first, you know, when it first started out, I thought it's gonna be blur. But during the end of it, I got really into this match. There was a lot of cool spots. I think Kalisto dived out on the outside, but Alberto just dodged and he slammed right into the barricade. It looked brutal. And there was another spot where I believe Kalisto went for the Salida del Sol, I think. But he ended up, you know how he does the flip over the guy? Well, he ended up landing on the ropes or whatever, and I thought that was pretty damn cool. And then Alberto does that foot stomp thing where he gets the guy on the second rope. He misses that. I believe there's a roll-up afterwards, and Kalisto wins the US title. I had a feeling he might win, or I thought he was going to win it at Royal Rumble, but still, it's really awesome to see Kalisto win the United States title. I think he's going to be one of the biggest stars of the year. If they book him properly, I think he can be the next Rey Mysterio, because, you know, he's got the masks, and we all know masks equal money. And he's a great in-ring worker, very exciting, very colourful, and I'm very happy for Kalisto to finally win the United States title, and I hope it goes really far with him. So I believe up next was the 1 versus all gauntlet match, where they got, you know, pretty much the entire mid-card division out there, and it was pretty much Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens, really, with a bunch of fucks on the outside. So Roman and Kevin Owens do their thing, and it's all nice and dandy, but then during that, everyone comes in and tries to take out Roman, but Roman always ends up getting them back, and it looks like everyone's got Roman Reigns down, but then Brock Lesnar comes out and takes everyone to Suplex City. During the night, you know, Paul Heyman was trying to convince Stephanie and Vince to, like, have the winner of the Royal Rumble match face Brock Lesnar, and the WWE World Champion faces Brock for the World title at Mania, and they're like, nah, mate, I'm not digging that. Brock's going to the Rumble. So Brock comes out, beats the shit out of everyone. It looks like he's going to help out Roman Reigns, but we all know this is Brock Lesnar. He don't give a shit about anyone. Hits the F5 on Roman. Brock leaves. Roman Reigns smiles, similar to WrestleMania 31, and that's how we end this show. So we're probably getting Brock versus Roman 2, but if they build this match a lot better than they did for their previous match, I'm down for it. I think this can be a much better feud and a storyline than what happened last year, and I think if they can book the 2016 Royal Rumble correctly, I think Roman Reigns will be alright, man. I think it'll all be good, and we can have a good pop for him. So yeah, what did I think of Raw? It was average, you know. Not everything was spectacular, but you did have your high moments, like Kalisto winning the US title and Brock Lesnar destroying people and Sting getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. So there were definitely a lot of good bits in all the bad stuff as well. So yeah, I'm just going to finish it off here. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like if you did. Comment down below what you thought of tonight's Raw. What was your favourite bit of the show? And if you want to see more from me, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button. You'll be glad you did. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JackamanLol31 if you want to check me out on those. Thank you so much for watching, and I am out in 3, 2, 1.